There's winking pumpkin. There's
Happy
just happy
pumpkin,
face pumpkin.
and there's
And
scary
there's
pumpkin.
sort of, but like scary grin pumpkin, like I'm gonna come and eat your eyeballs out of your face.
And then there's like
There's like
scared ghost,
scared
happy
ghost,
ghost,
kind of derpy looking happy
and then
ghost.
that's a happy looking
That's
ghost.
definitely derpy, eyeballs going all over the place ghost.
So, life is fun when your brain is weird. Anyway, so happy Halloween! Boo
Happy
buckets from
Halloween.
McDonald's.
We have no script,
No,
no show notes.
we're
We
just
are
going to talk about
totally
Halloween.
disorganized,
Yeah.
but we're gonna freewheel it because we could probably talk about Halloween
Yep.
a lot. I think it is my favorite holiday, pretty much.
I wish I wish I wish it was bigger in Australia. Like it's so divisive in Australia, and I will admit that when I was younger, I was one of those bah humbug American
Yeah,
holiday. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, who's a her? Like it's
it
a little bit of
seems to be
cheap
in
fun.
transition, though, as someone who was a new immigrant to Australia in the early 2000s. At that time, it felt like everybody hated Halloween. And I was like, why? It's so good. And yeah, like I think maybe till until about 2010, 2011-ish, I think maybe one time we got trick-or-treaters.
I
And
think
then by the time my kids showed up, we were running out of treats for kids in our neighborhood.
I keep buying treats every year, and no one ever knocks on my door, and it makes me so sad.
Do you decorate your door?
I put a balloon on the door so they know that there's people's here.
Hmm. Maybe you should put some signs up. I have treats. Give
Next
me
year I will.
tricks. Yeah.
Next year I will.
Because here they
Um,
definitely don't knock unless you're sort of decorated enough to be clear
which
that
I think is a good compromise.
I
Like if
think
you
so.
make it
Yeah.
clear that you're in for the like the cheap ones, and I get the arguments about commercialization and blah 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 blah, but you only have to spend as much as you want to spend on it. And
You do. And look, like we have one thing, we have one or two things where we actually spent a bit of money. Like we have a light up spider.
mm,
It's like purple and got purple LEDs in it.
yeah,
But everything else is like homemade basically. And
yeah.
then yeah, like we don't get the nasty plastic cobweb stuff. We just use like a white cotton string and make a little spider web out of that and hang the spider up on it. And so, yeah, I mean, like for me, part of the fun of Halloween is it's pretty DIY. Like you don't
Yeah,
have to spend a lot of money on it
yeah.
if you don't want to. And it's fun because you get to like carve pumpkins and like make yummy treats that are spooky themed and things like that. And you can make your own costumes.
There's also not a lot of fun things for kids to do anymore. Like
No.
all of the sports stuff we used to do cheap as kids in our era is all super expensive now because of
Yeah.
liability insurance and stuff. This is it's harmless fun. Why are we so angry about it? I don't understand. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
I think the
I don't see
transition,
the backlash anymore. It's I see like
I
where we
see
are,
lots
it's
of
very
ranty online, so
oh, well, see that's your problem, right? Like everybody's got a beef online.
yeah. Anywho, so yes, see
Halloween.
that's my big beef about it. It's like it looks like so much fun, and I think part of me as a kid even was bar humbuggy because it looked like so much fun, and I couldn't participate.
Join in. Yeah.
Yeah, because
That is
like
fair. I would be jealous if I couldn't have Halloween and I
mhm,
could see other people having Halloween. I would totally be jealous.
yeah,
Because
it
what's not to like? You got your
yeah,
costumes, you got your sweets,
and occasionally you toilet paper people's houses.
you get to go out after dark. I mean, that is the one thing that doesn't happen here as much is that there's usually once it gets dark, it's that's it. Shops closed. there's no more trick-or-treaters. But I loved the fact that, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I got to be like wandering around in the dark and
It
knocking
isn't.
on strangers' doors, and nobody knew who I was because I was wearing a mask. So all the social anxiety could just
Yeah.
take a back seat because I could be anyone.
It's interesting though, and that's like so I read in a book once because I was reading some book and it was set back colonial times, Australia and everything. And the English person had made just made a reference in the book to how abruptly dark happens in Australia, like the transition from
Okay.
sunset to dark and dark to full sunrise. And I was like, is
Hmm.
that really a thing? And I actually did some digging around, and yeah, apparently in the Southern Hemisphere, sunset and sunrise are briefer than it is in the Northern
Okay,
Hemisphere. So
interesting.
that might be
Must
why
be
you
something
guys
to
are
do
out
with
a
the
lot longer.
angle of the Earth.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, the axis tilt must
yeah.
be.
So
Huh,
yeah, you
interesting.
guys get like twilight to run around and trick or treat
Yeah,
for longer than we would down here. It's like suddenly it's like
true.
sunset and then dark.
It didn't help that this year a huge thunderstorm rolled through right
Mhm.
at about 6:30, right when it was just starting to get dark. Massive like lightning flashes, and Owen
That
wasn't
seems
home yet. He was
appropriate for Halloween.
It was well, except that it was a bit steamy, but it wasn't cold enough. But it definitely felt spooky.
Very good.
But Owen was out trick or treating with his friends, and I was starting to get a little bit anxious. I'm like messaging him, like, "Dude, look at the rain radar. There's big rain coming. Are you on
Get
your way?"
home! Get home! You will
But
melt! I'm
he was
melting!
very well looked after by one of the parents who brought him home with an umbrella, so he was fine, and he had a
I mean,
blast.
I've met Owen. I'm fairly sure he's got enough energy to get home at like, the flash speeds if you really wanted to.
Probably.
You could probably put him on a hamster wheel and, keep electricity in your house for a week.
I think so. Well, he would still need to take breaks every now and then. He was pretty pooped when he got back because I think he was out for like a solid 2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm so tired, my legs hurt.
Yeah, well, when his legs get tired, just hook it up to his mouth because, like, he seems to talk as much as we do.
He probably talks more.
I was trying to be nice about it. So I keep wanting to talk about the skeleton horse that having rap battles for alcohol, but that's a Christmas tradition. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so we got to
Well,
leave that one
so
for the Christmas
yeah,
episode.
Halloween traditions. Well, so I have two different sort of distinct Halloween traditions because I grew up in Southern California. And so in California, you have the sort of white European overarching American mixed melting pot sort of culture, but you also have Mexican culture. And Mexican culture, you have Dia de Muertos, which
That
is,
looks fun too.
yeah, it is very distinct from Halloween in a lot of
Yeah,
ways. And
like
it's
they got.
actually, it's very spiritual.
It's also about family heritage too.
It's
There,
about remembering
it's
your
a different
family
thing.
who have passed on, and it's the day when the spirits of the dead are kind of close to the living. So, they have whole traditions around going to the graveyard and leaving kind of almost like ancestral offerings to their
Hmm.
family members who've passed on. And you have like these little kind of memorials with photos of them so that um, you know you can kind of remember them and see their faces, and goes back generations and generations, and it ties into indigenous beliefs in Mexico and stuff, as well as kind of mushed together with Catholic beliefs, and that's
Yeah.
why it happens on the night before All Souls Day.
Yeah,
So I don't
people
know a
always
whole lot
like
about the
keep saying it's
details,
like
but
Mexican Halloween. It's not the same holiday.
it's
It's not the
not
same thing at all,
really the
and
same
it just
thing.
happens to happen within a few days of Halloween.
Yeah.
That's all. And tends
Well,
to be
it's
about
like
dead.
you have the Christian liturgical calendar pulling two totally different traditions together at the same time. So you've got like the Celtic traditions where you have Festival of Samhain from Celtic culture where you're kind of marking the turning of the year, where you're going from, the end of summer into autumn and winter.
Yeah.
And you're celebrating the equinox. And then you have this indigenous Mexican culture that's more about, honoring your ancestors and remembering them. And it's like totally different things, but they kind of got plonked onto the same day in the calendar because Catholics in different countries said, we're going to appropriate your pagan holiday and put it on this holiday. And now it's about this.
Well, then you've got the other section where for some reason people think that what is it, Cinco de Mayo? De Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo is
People start
is
thinking
a
that's the same thing, and that's a
that is
celebration of a war battle, isn't it? It's like a
it's
whole
so
other thing
it's
entirely.
when Mexico was being colonized by different European powers, they gained independence on the 5th of May from France. But it's like, I think that one is just like people thought May was a good month to like promote margaritas and tacos. So they kind of like latched on to Cinco de Mayo because the real Mexican Independence Day that gets celebrated in Mexico is the 16th of September. So 16 de septiembre is their independence from Spain when they became their own independent republic. And that's the one that really gets recognized, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because people like to say Cinco de Mayo or something
Yeah,
more.
because they always say like that's the thing. It always confused me because people are always saying Cinco de Mayo, whatever it is, around
Yeah.
Halloween, and I'm like, that's not Day of the Dead, is it?
No,
And
that's
yeah.
just that's some massive mushing together of a lot of completely different things that just
Mm.
happen to be Spanish words.
Well, us English speakers ain't too good at English. You can't expect us to understand and keep whole phrases from other languages in our heads. Like, we only steal one word at a time and use it the way we feel like using it, okay?
Fair enough. So yeah, so I didn't really get onto the Dia de Muertos bandwagon too much, but I remember learning about it in school and thinking it was really cool, and liking learning about some of the traditions and like, especially because like, you know, any holiday that involves lots of special foods, I'm on
Yeah.
board with it. So like, they do the sugar skulls and they also have like special different kinds of like
hmm
sweet breads and things like that that they make for Dia de Muertos. And I'm like, I'm here
Aren't
for
most of
that.
them supposed to be left on graves as offerings, not eaten by AJ?
No, well, both.
Okay. Okay. As long as you're
People
doing
eat
both,
it,
it's
but
fine.
they also put food on. Yeah, they also put food out for their dearly departed people. But yeah, you eat it. You get to eat the sugar skulls too.
Oh, well, okay then. That's good.
Yeah.
And any Mexican holiday obviously means Mexican cola, which is better than Coke.
I watched an interesting one about that with so there's this food vlogger YouTube content creator from Melbourne called Anne Reardon. She's always got some really interesting ones. Um, but apparently there's this whole like conspiracy about Mexican Coke not having high fructose corn syrup. I can't use the words. But it showed up as having fructose in it if you chemically tested it. And so she was trying to work out what was going on and like doing some experiments with that. And basically, her conclusion was that the acid in the cola breaks down the sucrose in the sugar and you get fructose. Like fructose is one of the
hmm
submolecules in
Byproducts.
sucrose. So just if it was just sitting on the shelf, it would show up like the longer it sits, the more and more likely it's going to show up as having
Yeah.
fructose in it. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's made with high fructose corn syrup. But she said that she reckoned that you wouldn't be able to taste the difference whether it was high fructose corn syrup or cane sugar. So I don't know.
I find it interesting because like I have read a lot of things online about how like Mexican cola is so popular in America because it uses actual sugar. That's what
Yeah.
I've read. Okay. Whether or not that's the case, I don't know. I haven't done that
Yeah.
much research. But that doesn't account for why it tastes so much better than Coke here in Australia, because in Australia, Coke has regular sugar. Yep.
Yeah. Because we don't have enough corn to make high fructose corn syrup.
Yep. So it's not just the sugar. There's
Yeah.
something else about the
It's got to
recipe
be
that is
something
better than
else.
Coke.
Yeah, she reckoned it might be the water or some like the water they use is a different quality in some way or some other
Magical
ingredient that they
Mexican water.
use. Yeah, who
I'm
knows?
okay with that.
Look at us, we're not talking about Halloween again.
Again! But there was a logical progression there again, so
Well, at least we went from Mexico to Mexican Coke. That is absolutely
yeah.
like a leap that
Okay.
anyone could follow.
Yeah. All right. So Halloween tradition here in the Marley household, right,
Okay.
is every year I stock up on treats in case
Yeah.
someone knocks on the door, right?
Yeah.
They end up in a bucket. Nobody ever knocks. Marley gets sad.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually not a huge chocolate or sweets eater.
Mm-hmm.
So that bucket, in theory, should last me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, I turn around 3 times and the bucket is empty when I go, oh, you know what? I would like a fun-sized picnic. I'm going to have one. And it's empty. Because apparently, the rule in our house is if you haven't eaten it within a week, it's no longer your possession and Daniel will eat it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
So he's already eaten all the fun-sized Maltesers. They're gone.
Look, you just have to come here because we have so much. I didn't even open the fun size Maltesers.
Oh, but
And we also have a bunch of Mars bars as well.
the Mars bars will be the Mars bars and the caramel koalas will be the last ones to go because like he always like leaves the caramel ones a little bit longer in case I do eat them.
Okay.
But they
Well, at least
also
he's
won't survive
thinking
that long.
about you a little bit.
Yeah. I did run off with the bag of the fun size M&Ms though because I knew he'd take those and I was
Oh,
like, sod you,
that's
I want them.
smart.
So I took them. They're in my
Yeah.
room. They're hidden.
Okay. So here's an important question that is only tangentially related to Halloween.
Okay.
Best M&Ms, plain,
All right.
milk chocolate,
No.
peanut, or
Nope.
crispy?
Nope.
No?
Minis. Best M&Ms are mini M&Ms.
Oh, I can see the appeal.
Then the
I
regular
do
ones.
kind of like the minis because you
Something
kind of have
about
a
the
higher
candy to
candy.
chocolate ratio is
Yes.
better with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus they're much more chewy. By chewy I mean
Oh, okay.
they're easier
Yeah.
to crunch than you don't have to
Yeah.
chew so
Yeah.
much with the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Mini is all the way for me.
Okay. Peanut M&Ms by a mile.
Nah,
I love peanut
minis
M&Ms.
then regular for me. Daniel likes the
Which
Crispies.
color? Which
What do you mean
color
which
M&Ms?
color?
Because they taste different.
They don't. They
No, they don't taste
absolutely
different, but you
don't.
have to eat them in the right color groupings.
So when I get big bags, yes, I tend to like eat one color at a time. The
Yeah.
mini ones I use like they're more like shots. Just go and you're done.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
that's fair because with the minis, I think dividing them up would be problematic because they're so small. It's just, yeah, you need
we
like
get
tweezers or something.
there's also a thing called Smarty shots. So you get the bags of the font size Smarty,
Ah,
and then you do them like shots.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
so much good.
So what I have to do is I have to empty out all of the M&Ms from the bag, and then I
Mhm.
have to divide them up. So like, I have to see how many groups of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, dark brown I can make. And then I have to eat all the leftovers first. So like if there's like, four sets of each color, right?
Yeah,
And then
we've
you got
left
like
ADHD
three,
and we're well into OCD territory at the moment.
and then if you
Just
have like
saying.
three left over, then I have to eat those three, and then I go through and eat them like in their
Um,
little groups.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to veto this conversation. We can only deal with one mental health illness on this channel at a time, and we've dedicated to ADHD. So,
These things are very important. Come on.
look, I in no way, shape, or form claim to be OCD. I do have some compulsive tendencies.
Yeah,
Um, I have
same.
previously left a restaurant because the cutlery did not match. I have real issues with the cutlery doesn't match.
Uh,
I can't with mismatched cutlery and pegs. Pegs used to drive me nuts. I got around that by buying wooden pegs. The same color has to touch
oh, okay.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you can only use one color per line on the clothesline.
Yeah.
So I got really it made me feel really antsy. So I just got around it by buying wooden pegs.
The biggest one, the biggest irrational one for me is that if I am trying to go somewhere and I walk past it accidentally, like I either not familiar with the place and I'm a little turned around or whatever,
Mm.
or I just spaced out and walk past it. I can't just stop and turn around and go back. I have to like go around the block and make it look like I didn't change direction.
That's
Or like cross the
like
road and circle back or
look.
something.
Tank Girl is not here to judge you. I'm just gonna say I'm too lazy for that shit. So what I t like I do have the same thing where I'm like, oh, I don't want to look like an idiot. So it's more I'll stop and look like I'm waiting for someone or something for a bit until everyone who saw me go past has sort of moved on a bit and then go back. And so
I don't give into that as much anymore, but I definitely still have it sometimes. Just
I
like,
found that the
oh
older I
no,
get,
I
the less
can't
I
turn
care about
around.
it. But yeah, it used to
Yeah.
be a big production of oh, she's not here yet. I'm just gonna like walk back and forth for a bit and wait. Yeah.
Why do our brains make things so difficult for us? I don't, just so unfair. Let's talk about Halloween
Oh,
some more.
Daniel. Yep. Daniel's work. They did Halloween, so they're allowed to come in costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So most of them just sort of put headbands on and a Halloween shirt and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Daniel, we have a game here in the house that was given to him for Christmas one year, and it's like inflatable ballerina suit charades.
What?
Right, you got to put on the inflatable ballerina suit and then
Yeah,
do the charades thing. He wore that. He wore the inflatable ballerina suit.
excellent.
Yeah.
I was very proud. So for me, I have this long tradition of picking the world's most obscure references for Halloween costumes. One year I decided to be a bag of trash, literally. I just like took a trash bag, bunched up some newspapers, got some empty cans from the recycling bin, stuck my legs through an actual plastic bin bag and like tied it all on. And like, yeah, just weird ones. So this year, Owen decided that he wanted to create an homage to Psychonauts, the game Psychonauts, because Adam was playing Psychonauts, and then Owen wanted to play a bit too. So he picked not even a main character from Psychonauts, but there's a character in that who um, he basically, I can't remember if he is actually a milkman and he's gone crazy, or he just thinks he's a milkman because he's crazy. But he wears like a classic like 1950s style white uniform, like the guys who would deliver milk to your house. And he says stuff like, I am the milkman, my milk is delicious. So, but then in one of the parts of the game, he actually turns the milk bottles into Molotov cocktails and starts throwing them. It's it makes sense in context. So yeah, Owen dressed up like the milkman from Psychonauts, and we gave him some like empty plastic milk bottles, and he sort of pasted on some construction paper that looked like flames and stuff.
Wow. Here's one for you. And I only learned about it today because I was like doom scrolling on a news thing. So Japan is like
Yeah.
one of the big capitals of the world for costumes and
Yeah.
cosplay and Lolita and all of that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have they've adopted this tradition of mundane Halloween. So their
Okay.
costumes are the most mundane things in the world.
You dress up like an ordinary person for
Yeah, like
Halloween.
guy going to work on windy day, and like so, it's not that you just dress up like an ordinary person. They dress up like ordinary situations that would happen.
Yes.
So like the top one on the news site that I've just pulled up to remind myself about it is like this guy getting sprayed in the face by an overshaken Coke bottle. So they've basically taken this whole mundane costume thing. It's a whole new like another one here is Uber driver man surprised when resident comes to front door despite instructions to just drop it off. Tourists, foreign tourists
Oh,
looking
that
for
is
trash can.
very specific.
Yep, yep. Elementary school student after closing ceremony for first semester. Person trying hard not to buy plastic bags, and they put like they put things around their neck to say what their costume
Oh, so it's
is.
got like
Yeah,
a caption or a sign so that you get the
yeah.
clues.
Yeah, so yes, just I'm just like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's like every other day of the week in Japan is like cutesy costume cosplay mecca, and then on
Yeah.
Halloween it's just like, nah, let's just
No,
find the
it's just
most
gonna
mundane
be
everyday shit that ever
some
happened.
guy eating
That's the
noodles
costume.
and
Yeah.
getting soup on his shirt.
Oh, here's one person who bought less than they thought they would. So they've got like a handbasket with just like a couple of tiny little things in it.
That is so funny. I like
Oh.
that. Although not it doesn't make for as good of like a haunted house or something.
No, but it
It
would
kind
be
of takes the whole
fantastic.
spooky element out of Halloween.
Yep. But like, given that the spooky element is not actually a culturally significant thing to Japan,
Yeah,
this works.
yeah,
So yeah, I thought you'd appreciate that when I put it on
I do.
my mental note to tell you about it when we did the recording for this, and I forgot about it until just then while you're talking about dressing up as a Molotov cocktail.
No, a milkman with a Molotov
Oh
cocktail
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in a milk bottle.
So
Yeah,
yes.
that's good. That was a good find. I approve. Definitely. I didn't really have much to talk about other than the fun factoid that jack-o'-lanterns used to be turnips.
I actually
And
vaguely remember that, yeah.
yeah, and that um what was the other one? No, maybe that was it. My brain is not doing so well after last week. It really
Yeah,
isn't.
like yeah, I think that's the thing. Like for everyone listening in, we like haven't really prepared anything because we were supposed to record this last week, but AJ was a victim of Sydney crime rates and had her house broken into,
It wasn't
and
even broken into. Nothing was broken. We just stupidly left the door unlocked at night, and so
oh,
someone helped themselves to our
I mean,
money
I was
and
trying not to let
IDs
people know
and
you were stupid.
no, it's
We
fair
could have
enough.
just left it with your house was broken into.
No, because that makes it sound so much more terrifying. It was just us being idiots. Like I feel like that was the most Australian crime ever. Not only because like they didn't actually bother to break in, they just realized that our door was unlatched. They didn't take anything other than our our bags with our wallets and credit cards and stuff, which was annoying. But like, I think all up we were only out maybe $500, which, we most of which we can dispute with the bank, so it wasn't like a huge
Yeah.
deal. And they fortunately did not steal my many thousands of dollars worth of electric cargo bike and things like that, although they attempted to. But like the fact that they just went on a spending spree at Hungry Jack's and every tobacconist in Haymarket in the city.
Look,
and then use our cards to just ride in a bunch of taxis all over the greater Sydney metropolitan
I mean, like,
area.
if your theory plays out that they tried to take the bike, bumped the door, noticed it was open, came in and took the cards, right? That
Yeah.
plays out. It's like someone was just
It
trying to get home and was tired of walking, saw a bike, went to take it.
it's really like,
Uh,
yeah, we feel like there's this narrative that you can kind of construct where they just thought, oh, like there's a bike, we'll take it. Oh wait, the door is unlocked. This bike's not
Maybe I can
going
find
anywhere, so
taxi
maybe I'll
money.
just like get some cards off of these people. Because like, and then the other weird thing that I cannot figure out is we are 90% sure that they nicked off with the TV remote because that was on the same table as the laptop. They grabbed my laptop and then some at some stage just changed their mind and left the laptop
I'm
hiding on
I'm
the
telling
front
you, Mac
porch.
cooties.
Yeah, they didn't want the Mac cooties, or they thought that it was, because of Find My tracking, they thought maybe it wasn't worth taking.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, so they left the laptop on the front porch, but we never found the TV remote. So they must have taken it with them.
That sounds
And we're
Aussie.
like, why?
Because fuck you, that's why. Like, that literally sounds like the
Unless
most
they
Aussie thing in
have
the world.
like
You
the
know what?
same model
They need
of
to learn to
TV.
lock their door. I'm taking your remote.
Like we got a replacement one and it was so good. And there's actually an app you can use on your phone, but it's annoying because it like locks itself out every few minutes, so you keep having to reconnect to the TV when you want to pause or whatever. Yeah, so anyway, that was massively derailing. And then like all of the I was already feeling overloaded by life in general, and
Yeah.
then all of the admin overhead of having to cancel all the credit cards, get a new driver's license, get a new Medicare card, try and figure out like replacement wallet, they
Mm.
took my work building pass card, so I
Oh,
had to get a
that's a
new one of
pain in the
those
ass.
issued. Canceling Opal cards and things
Hmm.
because they took my husband's and my travel cards, so we had to cancel those because those were connected up to our credit cards so they could be topped up.
Hmm.
um just I kept going and going and going, like all this stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm already
Yeah,
burnt
look,
out and
any
tired
Australians
and
that ever listen to this, who are into criminal activities, just do everyone a favor. Don't take the whole wallet, just take the fucking cards. Like reissuing and
yeah,
getting like, IDs and Medicares and everything, it's just a pain in the butt. Just take the credit cards and go, okay?
yeah, that was the easiest one. Like I could just
Hmm.
our bank could even reissue the new card digitally, so I could just use my digital
Yeah.
wallet, and like I was up and running, being able
Yeah.
to make payments again the next day.
Yeah.
But yeah, just all the ID stuff is
It's a lot
ugh,
easier now than it
nightmare.
used to be. Like I
It
remember
is.
anyway, um
Yeah.
next
It's
year we'll do a real Halloween episode
we
because like we're
will
still going to be around next year.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Or we will have realized our mutual dream of setting up Nerdvana on property,
Yeah.
and we will set up the sickest haunted house
Oh yeah.
Halloween party
Yep.
ever seen
And we'll
in
just live stream the
rural New
party.
South Wales. And
Yep.
we'll, yeah, and we'll live
Yep.
stream it.
Yep. Yep. That sounds like a go.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm here for it.
So yes, we apologize for the helter-skelter lack of planning and couldn't like
Well,
we
half of
had
our
big dreams of a Halloween episode and we were gonna go over different cultural and history and stuff of it. And it just didn't eventuate. So stay tuned for Christmas when we also plan to have big dreams and don't organize that either.
and then just ramble about
What did
Christmas
Santa bring
ornaments
you?
and then the skeleton horse
Yep.
drinking game. And
Come
then
on, skeleton horse rap battle for the alcohol. Yep. Yep.
So Halloween, good
Halloween.
things.
Good
Wandering
things.
around in the dark, scaring the crap out of people, getting to dress up, treats.
So, awkward outro?
Awkward outro.
Awkward outro! Bye, Greer!
Bye, Greer!
We now have a Discord server, as well as all our socials, so links on the website to help us peer pressure Greer into joining us. One of us.
Yes. Or you could just come on and say what you like, or ask us to do an episode on something.
And until next time, keep waving those freak flags high!
And embrace the beautifully bizarre.